Hello everyone. Welcome to Mahila Samachar Digital Classes. This is your science tutor from Mahila Samachar High School. Dear children, in last presentation of part 1 of force and pressure chapter, we have studied about the force and its types and its effects. Dear children, now let us study about the pressure. The second part of the chapter is pressure. Let us now study about the pressure in this presentation. Dear children, under pressure there are 3 subtopics. In this chapter we are going to study about the pressure, definition of pressure and the SI unit of pressure. Then the second subtopic is pressure exerted by liquids. The next topic is pressure exerted by gases, and the last topic is atmospheric pressure. Dear children, pressure can be defined as force exerted per unit area. Once again, force exerted per unit area is considered as pressure. Let us know about this definition in detail. Dear children, pressure can be defined as the thrust acting on an unit area. Children, in this definition, we can observe the two technical terms. One is thrust, another one is unit area. Children, what is meant by thrust means? So it is the perpendicular force. Perpendicular force is considered as thrust. So therefore, pressure can be defined as the perpendicular force acting on an unit area of a surface. The perpendicular force acting on an unit area of a surface is called pressure. To understand the pressure, let us move on to the next one. Children, see, pressure is nothing but force by area. You know, pressure is the perpendicular force acting on an unit area, so that we can formulate the formula as pressure is equal to force by area. Children, note that the area is in the denominator in the above expression, so that the smaller the area, larger the pressure on a surface for the same force. Even if we apply the same force on the object, if larger the area, then the pressure is small. If the area is smaller, then the pressure is high. Children, we can also express the pressure formula as, we know that the basic pressure formula is pressure is equal to force by area. So we can modulate it as area is equal to force divided by pressure. Then force is equal to area into pressure. Force is the product of pressure and area. Area is the ratio of force to the pressure. Pressure is the ratio of force to the area. Children, we know that pressure is equal to force by area. Hence, the SI unit of pressure is, we know that the SI unit of force is Newton and the SI unit of area is meter square. So, we can define the SI unit of pressure as Newton per meter square. How it obtained means, pressure is nothing but force divided by area. The SI unit of force is Newton, the SI unit of area is meter square. So we can say the SI unit of pressure as Newton per meter square. We can replace this Newton per meter square as Pascal. Children, the SI unit for pressure is Pascal. Pressure is measured in terms of Pascal. How we measure the milk in liters. Children, by observing the following examples, we can know the effect produced due to the force. Effect produced due to the force is more when the surface area is smaller and less when the surface area is larger. Here, effect produced due to the force is considered as pressure. Effect produced due to the force is considered as pressure. Pressure is more when the surface area is smaller and pressure is less when the surface area is larger. Children, see here there are few drawing pins. One edge of drawing pin is flat while another is sharp. We can experience the larger pressure at the sharper end. Then in second pic we can observe a man is cutting the fish. See, to cut anything we'll use the sharper edge of the knife. It is easier to cut with sharp knife rather than blunt knife. Children, a knife has two edges. One is sharper one, another edge is blunted one. So, it is easy to cut through the sharp edge than the blunt edge. Children, and here two examples are there. Two bricks are soaking in the mud. Children, one is placed vertically and another one is placed horizontally. Vertically placed brick soaks more in mud than the horizontally placed one, because when the brick is placed vertically it occupies less area. So when area is less, its pressure is more, so it soaks more in mud. When it placed horizontally, it occupies more area. When area is larger, then it experiences less pressure, so that it soaks less in the mud. Children, I think you understood about the pressure and its formula and also its SI unit. See, pressure is nothing but the perpendicular force acting on an unit area. The formula used to measure the pressure is force divided by area. Therefore, the SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. Or we can also replace the Newton per meter square as Pascal. Pascal is the SI unit used to measure the pressure. Children, in this chapter we are going to study about the three different types of pressures. One is liquid pressure, then pressure of gas, then the atmospheric pressure. Children, what is meant by liquid pressure means the pressure of a liquid on the surface of its container. The pressure of a liquid on the surface of its container is called liquid pressure. Pressure of gas means the pressure of a gas is the force that the gas exerts on the walls of its container. Children, in liquid pressure, liquid exerts the pressure on the surface of its container, then gas exerts the pressure on the walls of its container. Then children, atmospheric pressure, it can also be known as barometric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is the pressure within the atmosphere of Earth. Atmospheric pressure is the pressure within the atmosphere of the Earth. Children, let us know about these types of pressures one by one. Children, let us know about the liquid pressure for the first. What is pressure in liquids, or what is liquid pressure means? A liquid in a container exerts pressure because of its weight. A liquid in a container exerts pressure because of its weight. So that pressure is considered as liquid pressure. Why the liquid exerts pressure on the container? Because of its weight. So liquid in a container exerts pressure because of its weight. This pressure is considered as liquid pressure. Pressure in liquid acts in all directions. Here you can observe the two small diagrams to know the liquid pressures. Children, here is a small example to know about the liquid pressure. See, make 3 holes for a container which is completely filled with water. The holes must be equal in size but at different heights. Make 3 holes for a container which is completely filled with water at different heights. Holes must be equal in size but at different heights. It can be noted that the water coming from the top hole comes with less pressure. That means it covers less distance, and the water comes from the last hole with greater pressure. Water comes from the last hole with the greater pressure. That means it can move for a longer distance, or it covers a larger distance. Children, from the example given, see, if the hole is at the height, then the low pressure jet will obtain. If the hole is at the bottom, we will obtain the high pressure jet. See, by this activity, what we can know means pressure of water increases with depth. If the depth of the water is more, then the pressure of the water is high. If the depth is less, then the pressure of the water is less. So that, children, pressure exerted by water at the bottom of the container depends on the height of its column. Children, see, in this container, the holes, 3 holes of the same size are made at the same height. See, liquids exert equal pressure at the same depth. Children, here they are at the same depth or same height. So, they exert equal pressure at the same depth. This is one of the property of the liquid pressure. Liquids exert equal pressure at the same depth. Dear children, take a transparent pipe and attach a balloon to one end of the transparent pipe. If we pour the water through the other end of the transparent pipe, the balloon bulges out. If we fill the pipe with more water, balloon bulges out more. By this, attaching balloon to test tube activity, we can confirm that a liquid exerts pressure on the walls of the container. Liquid exerts pressure on the walls of the container. Children, if the water is more, balloon bulges out more. If water is less, the balloon bulges out less. By this, we can know that the the liquid exerts pressure on the walls of the container. Children, let us know about the characteristics of liquid pressure. A liquid exerts pressure in all directions. That means downwards, upwards and sideways. The pressure is the same in all directions at the same depth. The pressure increases with depth. The pressure of a liquid depends on the density of the liquid. A denser liquid exerts more pressure than a less dense liquid. Children, now let us know about the gas pressure. Gas pressure is defined as the force exerted by a gas per unit surface area of an object. Gas pressure is defined as the force exerted by a gas per unit surface area of an object. Children, what is gas pressure means? When you blow up a balloon, millions of air particles begin hitting the inside of the balloon. The collisions between the air molecules and the balloon produces gas pressure. So lots of collisions makes high gas pressure. So this high gas pressure makes the balloon to expand. So that gas pressure is nothing but the pressure exerted by the air particles on the walls of its container. Children, let us summarize about the gas pressure. Pressure is defined as force per unit area. That means perpendicular force per unit area. Gas pressure is defined as collision of gas particles with the walls of a container. Here, the internal collisions between molecules do not count. As molecules move faster, more collisions, hence greater pressure. So gas pressure is measured using a barometer. Gas pressure is measured using a device called as barometer. Pressure can also be changed by changing the area stuck by the particles. Now let us know about the atmospheric pressure. Children, let us know about what is atmospheric pressure. The pressure exerted by the air in the atmosphere is called atmospheric pressure. It is a result of the fact that air has mass and is attracted by Earth's gravity. This attraction produces a force. The force exerted on a unit area of the Earth's surface is atmospheric pressure. The force exerted on a unit area of the Earth's surface is atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is equal to force by area. Here, force is calculated by using mass into gravity. So, atmospheric pressure is equal to mass into gravity by area. Children, once again, what is atmospheric pressure means? The pressure exerted by the air in the atmosphere is called atmospheric pressure. It is a result of the fact that air has mass and it is attracted by Earth's gravity. This attraction produces a force. So the force exerted on a unit area of the Earth's surface is called atmospheric pressure. Children, you know atmosphere means it is the thin blanket of air which surrounds the Earth. In this pic you can observe the thin blanket of air which surrounds the Earth. So the air present in this atmosphere, because of its weight, it is attracted towards the Earth because of the Earth's gravity. So during this reaction, the force produces, that force acting on unit area is considered as atmospheric pressure. Children, there are two factors which affects the atmospheric pressure. One is altitude and another one is temperature. Altitude is nothing but the height of an object. Then temperature means the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. So the altitude and temperature affects the atmospheric pressure. Children, in this pic you can observe the higher altitudes have a lower pressure, and lower altitudes have a higher pressure, because in higher altitudes the air is less, so that it gives the lower pressure. Then in lower altitudes the air is more, so that it gives higher pressure. Children, once again, higher altitudes have a lower pressure. As I said, atmospheric pressure is affected by altitude. If the altitude is more, then the pressure is less. If the altitude is lower, then the pressure is high. Dear children, here is the evidence how the altitude affects the atmospheric pressure. At the sea level, the atmospheric pressure is 101 kilopascal. At 10 kilometers height from the sea level, above the sea level, the pressure is 26 kilopascal. At 20 kilometers height, the pressure is 5 kilopascal. At 30 kilometers height, 1 kilopascal. At 40 kilometers height, 0.3 kilopascal. 50 kilometers height, 0.08 kilopascal. So on. At 100 kilometers height, 0.00003 kilopascal. So by observing this, we can say atmospheric pressure decreases as altitude increases. Dear children, air pressure or atmospheric pressure also affects the weather. Air pressure in a weather system reflects the amount of water in the air. Air pressure in the weather system reflects the amount of water in the air, so which affects the weather. Low air pressure usually results in bad weather, and high air pressure usually results in good weather. Bad weather means stormy, cloudy, overcast day, and good weather means it is clear skies. Children, one of the important aspect of atmospheric pressure is it pressurizes the water to maintain its liquid state. Water is in its liquid state means that is because of the atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure pressurizes the water to maintain its liquid state. Let us summarize the concept what we studied up to now. Children, what is pressure means the perpendicular force acting on an unit area of a surface is called pressure, and pressure is nothing but force by area. Pressure is equal to force by area. Hence, the SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. We can replace the Newton per meter square as Pascal. Then in this content we discussed about the three types of pressures. One is liquid pressure and gas pressure and atmospheric pressure. The pressure of a liquid on the surface of its container is called liquid pressure. The pressure of a gas is the force that the gas exerts on the walls of its container. And atmospheric pressure, also known as barometric pressure, is the pressure within the atmosphere of Earth. Children, I think you understood the concept of pressure. Thank you, children.